What's that happen? Rondo trying to tell him, he's like, yo, I can't. Right. You see Rondo trying to talk to him, trying to teach, you feel me? And, Rudy actually hit his shots, and you can see he's like trying to talk to him, trying to let him know. Hey! You can see Ty Lue, and then, no, I'm here. See, and then even they're communicating who they got and all of that. See, this communication is everything, in basketball, especially during these breaks. And you can see PG and Reggie trying to communicate, go over there. Okay, I'm here. Okay, they try to communicate. So what are we doing? Let's see if it works. And they switch. Nope, they don't switch. He did. Great dig by Clarkson. And he got it back. You got to hit that, Morris. You got to hit that, boy. What are we doing? Transition. Luke has a baby, or Bogdanovich has a baby. Okay? And then one more. Okay, there you go. So now it's mano a mano. Go to work then. Oh, my God. Great defense. You got to get that, Morris. Okay, what are we doing? He wants to screen, obviously, and look at Kawhi pushing him. And a lot of it, too, is, man, they just fatigued from the Game 7 because they're making, like, Kawhi doesn't do a mistake like that. Just push Gobert for no reason. Like, you know what I mean? You could definitely see that. So what are we doing here? Good reverse. My goodness. Kawhi not. Please don't try. Stop, boy. Good spin cycle. I've been, Mike, on the catch. You're gonna do a double screen right here, and you can see you don't need a switch. Kennard knows that I don't switch, but right here, it's either you switch or you do the drop coverage. But look, Kawhi keeps going thinking it's drop coverage, but then Morris is switching like it's a switch, and then look, pass easy. Reggie Jackson can't even foul, and then bruh, you gotta make that, Rudy. Just punch it. Anyways, but like you can't, like, that's why I like Zubac's being in, because then just guaranteed drop coverage every time. And with the small ball, they have to switch. So when you switch, then now, it's either that or you can't get away with doubling and stuff like that, or you rotate and all this. You have to be on the string regardless. And look, they double. See? See, they're on the string when they double. See, that's the difference. And obviously it's a turnover by Reggie now. And now it's what, 5-on-4. What are we doing? Clarkson missed that one. And then look, see, and that's the problem with Rudy being there. You don't have Zubac. He could get offensive rebound, tap backs, and all of that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to match Zubac and Rudy. That's right there. That could have been in that one. He's a damn son, and now Reggie's fouled out. That's right there. That's the difference, man. That's the difference maker, especially in this game. When Zubac played, he blocked all those gap shots, all of that. And look at this. Karl Malone. He obviously is watching the game, and you can see Donovan Mitchell. Karl Malone, different. 53, 30-point-plus games. The fact that Donovan Mitchell is already second in Utah franchise history with elite players shows you that he's on a different path. You know what I'm saying? Like, that boy nice. What are we doing? Double team, swing. Okay. You got to make that then. I'm okay with that shot, but you just got to make that. But you can see they're kind of lethargic in moments due to that Game 7 fatigue. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, 1 day rest. What are we doing? Great. Yeah. See, you switch everything. There you go. Oh, my God. Boom. My goodness. That's bogey. Look at Wade. He's amped. He's jumping. He said, you know me. Bruh, D Wade, they're coaching D Mitch and doing all of that. But at the end of the day, man, you got to understand, look, the second half, they just been destroyed. The Jazz killed the second half, and obviously part of that is fatigue. I'm late. All right. You set the screen on the side. Great communication, D Mitch. He's been communicating all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? And then look at Kawhi here. Obviously, the second half, he did pull it up a bit, but he was passive, and now he's being more aggressive. But you can see he's kind of lethargic. He's not moving the same. Let's see right here. What are we doing here? You better attack Gobert. See? Attack Gobert. You know where to kill for the mismatch. And it has to be him. It has to be. If you're going to run that small ball, it has to be. Paul George at some point, come on, man. You got to be a 1B, man. You got to be a 1B, my guy. You have to. Like, you can't be shooting atrocious all the time. What are we doing here? And you can see they switched. And then right here, see, he's doing the touch and then going. Right here was perfect because that little 1 second window, Mitch has to pull, and he didn't pull. And then you meet him and boom, boom, cut off, obviously, and there's a jump ball. But right there is that little window when he touches and you go under. He has a small 1 second gap that D Mitch has to pull in. You call me? He's like, well, you talking to me? And obviously they sub. But that 1 second window is where he has to pull in, obviously. And then, bro, how you not pass it? Rondo, what kind of pass is that? And then obviously Kawhi tipped, and that was cap. That was cap. Kawhi definitely tipped that. You know what I'm saying? Obviously he wants to review. You can't get a review. It's 4 minutes. Hey, I beat him, but I didn't touch it. And most definitely. All right, so what are we doing? Kawhi has to be. They double. That's got to go. Good. Good rebound. What are we swinging? Kennard open. Oh, that's how you feel? Boom. Morris said I can score it. He said, move on my way. I just need one. All I need is one. Are you dumb? What are we doing? See? That one gap. See? You see right there? He learned. I rate Mitchell. He learned from his mistake. Now he pulled up in the gap. He pulled up in the gap. And that's why it's tough to guard him. Good strip. Bro, and you can see, obviously, it looked like he got blocked. So I'm not mad at the refs not calling it, but he didn't. He actually, he said he jumped. He landed. He actually, Kawhi got away with some cap right there. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, like, that's cap. See? Right there. It looks like he's about to get blocked. And look, see it? And he grabs the mesh. He actually didn't block the ball. So, it actually was, it was actually up and down. It was actually up and down. You can see Gobert is jumping up and down. Trying to let him know. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you got away with that one. So you got to, count your blessings. And what are we doing here? See, Kennard with the same thing. Try to do the gap, but now what does D-Mitch do this time? Split. Hit him with the in and out. My goodness. Oh, bro. See, you can't on the double screen. You just got to be waiting on the other side. If you're going to switch, that's why I don't like this. Either you take Kennard out and put in T-Man and you stay small, or you keep Kennard in and bring in Zubac. That's one or the other. What are we doing here? That's got to be a gap shot. Kawhi? He's playing drop coverage on you. Bruh. Or, sorry, who was that? Rondo. That's why it's Rondo. He doesn't do that. Oh, that's how you... I don't like these shots. That's why I knew something was wrong. He looked like braided Kawhi for a second. No wonder. No wonder. See, that's IQ. See? He's not going to pull up in that gap, even though Rondo should be able to. But, KYP. KYP. What are we doing? My God, great spin. And they have to foul. Bruh. Dog. D-Mitch. I'll kill him if he switch. Let him know, man. Bruh, that boy different, man. You have to play different coverage. I'll talk about it after what coverage is more. But you can see what's right and what's wrong right here and how they're playing it. Obviously, I could show more earlier than the first half that Zubac was there. Look at brush screen. Oh, my God. Killed him. Boom. Kill him. But, obviously, I didn't show it because, it was only so much we could show. You want to do the fourth, but I'll talk about it after. But anyways, what are we doing? Look, a split again. Split again. And you could help. But look at this right here. Rondo is in no man's land. You see how PG helped off him? Kawhi now helped. Now Morris off. Now Rondo has to go to Gobert or go to the other guy in the paint. You get what I'm saying? Which is D-Mitch. Rondo guarded nobody, and then PG can't leave Gobert. So now Kawhi has to go and look. Rondo in no man's land doesn't know where to go. Who do I guard? And now look, the corner wide open. He got exposed. My goodness. What are you smoking, bruh? You got lucky. You got lucky. You got lucky. Trust me. What are we doing? Get a bucket here. It's only 2 minutes. Bro, what are y'all doing? Okay. Good touch pass back. Kill him. That is Gobert. It's Gobert. Kill him. Island. You better fry him. No. Kawhi, move. Kill him. That's how you feel? I mean, you wanted to attack. That's not even a bad look, but he's off. He's off. So it's like, you know what I mean? If he hits that, is elite. Switch again, bruh. And then look, Gobert rebound. See, this is what I'm saying. There's too much negatives with this lineup. And then you got a foul. There's too much negatives with this small ball lineup when you have Gobert. You have a DeAndre Jordan type of center playing. Why would you not put Zubac to match him? Makes no sense. And my goodness, Mitchell's elite. His another 40-point game, fourth. He's tying Carmelo already. In how many seasons? That boy different, man. He nice, man. What are we doing here? You're going to get a screen to switch, or you're just going to kill him? And look how smooth PG is, even off the foul. My God, that's elite. Use your smoothness in play then. Use it in proper play then. Come on now. What are we doing? And obviously, they're going to do a pick to switch. I could smell it. What are we doing here? See? Pick to switch, and you already know he's going to try and fry him. Kawhi with the double. He beats the wrong side of the... Look at that. He just beats Kennard and avoids the double. Goes to the wrong side. You know what I mean? The weak side of the double. So... Bruh, Mitchell's IQ is working, man. D-Mitch, I'll kill him if he switch. Always. What are we doing? Double. Swing. One more. What a dog. Okay. Okay, good pass. I was going to say. God damn, PG. Good pass. Good luck. Only a 6-point game. It's a 2-possession game. 2 threes and it's a tie. You just got to get 2 stops, 2 buckets. That's all you need. That's all you need. And look at Morris and Gobert pushing each other down there. What are we doing here? And then look, perfect. You randomly double. That's what you got to do. Instead of switching, they double, and he threw it away, and Kenny's like, here's the ball, boy. I'm not the ball, boy. You good? Okay. It's fine. We'll go flat if it's Kawhi. Okay, if it's Kawhi, then we go flat. Then we just go flat. Saying if Kawhi's on me, then obviously... we go flat and we just ISO. That's what he's trying to say. You both see it. I'm trying to run this motherfucker hold my arm. The fuck? I'm going straight middle. Matter of fact, I saw you. It was right there. Saw you. I was right there, motherfucker. Don't try that shit. He's like, don't cap to me. Don't cap to me. You was right there and you missed it. you didn't call it on purpose. What are we doing? Oh, okay, back screen. Bro, okay, Kennard, whatever. Good escape me. There you go. You better rate me PG-13. We see your scene. That's why I tell y'all all the time. I want PG. If we need a 3, if the Clippers need a 3, I want PG with the ball. He's a shot creator from 3. He's the one that can pull off curls, pull off screens, all of that. So what they want? They want a 1-4 flat. See? Exactly what they said. You saw in the timeout. 1-4 flat. That's what we doing. Step back. Oh, that's tough. Rebound, D sound. That's tough. If you made that, you give it to him. That's what you want to force. What are we doing? Okay, I want PG with the ball. I want PG. Oh, Kawhi fell. Give PG the ball. Give PG the ball. Oh my God, man. There's not much he could do. There's not much he could do there, man. He got put in a bad situation. Give PG back the ball, man. That's Game Boy, no Nintendo, man. Exactly what I was saying. You've seen it at hand, right? You've seen that now because it's like there's multiple things and there's multiple things you have to adjust to. And see, okay, this is not going to work in this series. It worked in last series, not going to work in this series. That little touch and go back that Kennard's doing because they're trying to get Kennard or Reggie Jackson. They're trying to get a mismatch for Mitchell. What you got to do in that situation is you trap that and you do rotational defense, right? Because with this personnel, you could probably get away with it because it's not Luka who sees over everybody. He's going to dime straight to the corner, right? You could probably get away with it because Mitchell doesn't have that type of passing vision. Or there's levels to passing. He can pass good at the pick and roll, but his passing isn't to the Jokic and Luka level. So you could maybe get away with it, and his timing with passes might not be so sharp that you could get away with the rotation or whatever. You could do that, right? Or you have to switch with it and you live and die by it, but I don't want that. Or what you do is you put Zubats in so that you don't have to do that. So now they're not going to put Luke Kennard in a pick and roll because you have to use Gobert in the pick and roll because Gobert can't just sit in the paint. Because if he sits in the paint and you use a pick and roll with other people, Zubats can actually shorten the gap and he can play it, right? He's in the paint. So they have to use a pick and roll with Gobert, which is what you cancel that pick to switch stuff with Kennard. The only way they're doing is because they have a small ball lineup. So now they can pick to switch. And at the end of the day, even if Rudy Gobert stays in the paint, you have a smaller guy guarding him in the paint. So it's poison. You got to pick poison. So, this is what they're doing at hand. So to avoid all of that, either you don't play Kennard during the last stretches, you can play him in the early parts of the game, and you play Terrence Mann so you can switch everything. Or if you want to play him, then he has to play with Zubac so that they don't run that pick to switch stuff with Kennard. And that's what you saw them just run plethora of times at hand. And obviously sometimes they switch it, sometimes they double it, sometimes he touch and whatever, and he can split. That's why you can't get with Luka, you can get away with a touch and go. But Mitchell's going to read IQ, try and touch, he's going to split it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you saw him do. Like, you can't apply the same rules that you apply to someone else, apply to this person. This is why it's KYP. This is why it's called scouting report. This is why it's called, you got to know your personnel, know who you're guarding, right? You got to know tendencies. You can't run the same thing. So, they're going to obviously go to the drawing board and adjust. I expect them to adjust in game 2. And you're going to see, like, Zubac should be starting this series. Cousins should get more minutes this series, right? You shouldn't do small ball this series. Only way you get away with doing small ball is if you're running with Favors in the lineup, and maybe you can get away with small ball, right? But even then, they have the same type of big. Favors could pop more, but it's the same type of bigger body. Like you should run Cousins and Zubats and interchange. That's what you should do this series. You shouldn't run small ball. There's too much negatives that come from the small ball. Last series, all the bigs and all of them are at 3-point line, and only Boban is a slow big. You can get away with small ball because you could trap him. He brings it low. Everyone, reach and get there in time and dig and just reach OD. So, at the end of the day, like, it's not the same. And then the other bigs are floor spacing bigs. So you can get away with a small ball. You can't do that this series. These bigs are running to the paint one-dimensional bigs. So run your same Zubats, match them up. And not only that, Zubats is more impactful too, because offensively, he's setting great screens. Now Gobert does a drop coverage, and then you can kill in those gaps all day, every day. So, obviously there's, you gotta adjust that hand to the series that you're playing. So I expect some adjustments. I know that y'all see me talk about Kennard from time. Play him. He's supposed to replace the Lou Will. Play him. He's actually solid. He's very solid. He actually has elite ability. He could do the ability. He could catch and shoot. He could pull off gaps. He could pull off curls. He could, shot create on his ones. He could, pull in the gaps off the middies. He has all the ability. So use him, right? Obviously, he's a more liability on defense at times, but you could get away with him with the second unit, and that's why you use him. So, you have to just pick and choose and, pick which ledge you want to die on, and you have to pick the lesser of two evils. That's what pick your poison mainly means. So you pick your poison with Mitchell. You don't want him coming downhill. That's when he's at his best. Coming downhill and then shot creating after the downhill is working. Now it's gonna translate and it's gonna help his shot creating bag. Right? Donovan Mitchell is potent. He's a 3-level scorer, but if you want to pick the poison and pick the lesser of two evils that you want to give up, you would pick him shooting in the gaps all day from 3 all day, every day. You've seen it. He did it. Those were the shots he was missing. The ones he made was his one-on-one step back threes, and you sag off and just pull. The shooting in the gaps, he didn't really hit. He only hit like 1 or 2 of them, right, from threes and stuff like that. He only hit 1 or 2 of them, and those were mainly majority of his misses. But a lot of his makes was downhill in the paint, and then, set shots or step back one-on-one threes. That's what it was, right? And then the 1-2 odd mid-range, and which he didn't really do often. So, you got to force them to do the mid-range. They're not potent in the mid-range. That's not what they do. It's a lot of threes and some twos. Now, they can if they have to, right? But you have to pick the poison. That's the lesser of 2 evils or 3 evils, right? So that's what you got to pick, and that's what you got to adjust to. And that's what I thought they were going to do coming into this game, because without even just knowing Utah, knowing how they play and just watching them, even just a little bit, what they kind of want to go to and what their main point of offense actually is. That's why I tweeted that, okay, I expect Zubac to start. I expect him to do drop coverage, and I expect them to just find a way to do that. And then from there, they could probably pad off of that. But they didn't do that, right? Zubac didn't even start. But you've seen in his minutes what he did when he played. He was hella impactful, right? So I expect them to make some changes, you know what I mean? It's not the same series that you can get away with the with the Mavs, where you could lose 2 and win 2 and whatever and all that type of stuff. You want to split, then you want to put yourself in a favorable situation. So you don't want to have this. You're gonna eventually shoot yourself in the foot if every series you're always in this back against the wall situation. At some point you might not win, right? So you don't want to put yourself in that predicament always, right? So at the end of the day, this is gonna be a great series. I did think the Clippers should win in 5 or 6. Now, I'm thinking it's guaranteed 6 or 7 series. But again, if they adjust and they could just, maybe the drop coverage is what the blueprint is, and maybe they can win 4 straight. You never know. But, I still have the Clippers in 6, and, we'll see how that transpires. So you already know. I appreciate y'all. Share, like, and subscribe. We out here. There's no doubt here. There's no drought here. It will be a different thing when Mike Conley comes back, too, because he's the one that will do a lot of floaters in that drop coverage. So now it might change some things how you do it with Conley. Maybe you switch with Conley. There's different things at hand. But at the end of the day, that's what you want to pick your poison. That's what you want to do to start. So I appreciate y'all. Share, like, and subscribe. We out here. There's no drought here, and there's no doubt here. You feel me? It's true talks, because true talks. I appreciate y'all. You already know, man. Game 2 is on Thursday. So we'll see how that transpires. So I appreciate y'all, man. It's what it is. Let's get it, man. And I'm out, man.